Hey guys, this is Steve with GoddamnFitness.com, your number one for research supplements. What they don't want to tell you about SARMs. So today we're going to go through what's the history of SARMs, the most popular SARMs available on the market. Are SARMs safe? What are research chemicals? SARMs and its side effects. Are SARMs legal? What they don't want you to know about the history of SARMs. And we'll list some facts for you. Right, so SARMs, also known as selective androgen receptor modulators, were first invented around treating the prevention of muscle wasting associated with cancer. SARMs are androgenic drugs with selective actions hitting specific receptors, unlike steroids, which blast many unwanted parts of the body that can cause more negative side effects if abused. All right, so what are the benefits of SARMs in general? Well, as a whole, SARMs can help you gain lean muscle mass and increase strength effectively. And if you go into a calorie deficit, it can help you maintain muscle and lose body fat quicker. It also helps with keeping great energy levels in the gym. Like we mentioned, it can be very effective with food partitioning, which can help aid fat loss. It's a great endurance drug for working out in the gym, and it'll help you work out for longer and help you recover faster. Right, so just let's quickly go over the most popular SARMs available. So Ligandrol, LGD 4033 and LGD 3303 are mainly bulking agents used to increase strength and muscle size, specifically muscle mass. One of the kind of known side effects is water retention, and it requires a heavy PCT. If you want to find out more about Ligandrol, Google goddamnfitness.com with Ligandrol or LGD, and you'll find a more detailed article on this. Rad 140 testosterone is a bulking agent mostly used for strength. Some of the side effects is aggression. It can cause some side effects with mood. Generally really good for building lean, like muscle density. Ostarine, one of my favorite SARMs. It's so good for both bulking and cutting, isn't too suppressive, perfect for beginners, has like a little bit of mild side effects with suppression that can be counteracted with a much easier PCT. You can find out more details about Ostarine if you Google goddamnfitness.com with Ostarine. S4 is a cutting agent. It is very beneficial for losing body fat and keeping energy high. Some of its strange side effects is a slight yellow tint from moving to dark to bright settings. As it hits the ocular receptor, it causes some negative side effects like this, but generally most people actually enjoy androgen S4. Some people it's not for though. So if you want to find out more about these guys, just go on to Google, goddamnfitness.com, and add in the SARM that you want more research on. Right, so what are the side effects, generally speaking? So gyno is a big one. Generally, it's not really well reported that there's gyno issues, but if SARMs are abused past the dosages that are recommended, this can definitely be a factor. Hormonal imbalances. So it is always recommended, guys, that you get blood work analysis done by a doctor after your cycle, just to make sure estrogen and testosterone levels are in the right place, that your liver is looking fine, and things like this. Sometimes psychological addictions, people tend to want to get bigger and stronger, and sometimes can have body dysmorphia issues. And another little side effect is acne. Because they're anabolic substances, they can raise testosterone, which can cause more small spots and acne on the skin. These will generally be short-term side effects, and they can be very much counteracted depending on the SARM you're going to do and the cycle you're going to do and the results you want. You can check out some more of our articles to get more details on this. Right, so why bother use SARMs versus steroids? Well, SARMs help increase strength, just like steroids do. They have a higher binding affinity to the actual androgen receptor, so they're more efficient. They're like a newer version of a steroid. They help with recovery, extreme pumps in the gym. They'll help create more muscle mass, depending on the one you use. They're generally at a very low cost, provided you get them from a good supplier. Better energy levels depending on the SARM you take, and much less side effects, at least the clinical studies are showing from SARMs compared to steroids. Who uses SARMs? So we always think that athletes use SARMs, and I believe it's true because so many have been caught by USADA and WADA. It's very popular to use SARMs in competition between bodybuilders. Powerlifters are known to use some SARMs, especially like RAD 140, specific for strength. Olympic athletes are known to use selective androgen receptor modulators, and we've seen in the past that some American footballers use SARMs as well. Now, it's prohibited by USADA, but people have been caught using these. So it goes really across all sports, but these are just some of the most popular ones. Right, some frequently asked questions. So can you cut with these in a calorie deficit? Absolutely. Androgen S4 and Ostrine, my favorite, are very good for cutting protocols with SARMs. What's the half-life? Generally, the half-life is probably between 10 to 30 hours. Depending on the specific SARM, it's hard to nail this down. Can females use these? Yes, they're becoming a little bit more popular with females. The dosages will be different and the side effects will be a little bit different as well. Google the specific SARM and see what I say when it comes to female usage. But it is possible, and do your own research, guys. This is just for your own educational purposes only. I'm not recommending you use these. I just want you to come to your own conclusions. Does it cause hair loss? Not really reported unless you're prone to male pattern baldness. There is a SARM called S23 that had some minor reports of this, but it is just a stronger, higher binding affinity SARM, so some of these side effects could happen potentially. Is this allowed by USADA/WADA? Generally, SARMs are actually prohibited. They're that good. Athletes have been caught, like I've been mentioned. They have been used in the underground for some time now. How much do SARMs cost? Generally, they range between $40 to, let's say, $80 to $90. Depends on the location, guys, and suppliers frequently change all the time. So just find a form that has some trusted users on the platform that can kind of provide you good, safe manufacturers that have tested their substances. Why not try anabolics instead of this? Well, it's a good point. More research has been put into general steroids and anabolics. However, SARMs tend to be safer. I mean, if you look at the online research at the moment, all signs are showing that SARMs are much safer actually than steroids, less side effects. Are these oral or injectable? Generally, they come in capsule form, but injectable SARMs are becoming more popular on the market due to its bioavailability. Can you stack SARMs with other SARMs? Yes, you can. It's very popular for bodybuilders to stack SARMs, depending if it's a bulking stack, cutting stack, for strength, it is possible. So check out my article on stacking SARMs. You can check it out if you Google goddamnfitness.com/stacking. And guys, I'll mention this again, it's all for educational purposes only. This is just to inform you of what's going on with SARMs. So are SARMs liver toxic? So some SARMs can cause liver toxicity. So do your own research, guys, depending on the SARM. I wrote all articles about each SARM, so you'll get a better understanding from this. Some SARMs can come from some dodgy manufacturers, so make sure you get it from a good resource. You don't want to get fake pro-hormones instead of SARMs. You want to make sure it's from a legitimate seller. So there are newer SARMs on the market that do cause slight liver toxicity. It can be combated, guys, with things like milk thistle or NAC. And if you do your blood work and watch yourself very carefully with your dosages, I think you'll be safe enough here, but you need to be cautious. So what aren't they telling you about SARMs? Well, this is just my opinion, guys, but Big Pharma are aware of the benefits of SARMs and the research chemicals that can provide treatment for people at more affordable costs. SARMs have been studied for the last decade with little side effects compared to steroids. So we wonder all the time, why aren't these available on the market? Unfortunately, once they'll be approved, they'll be regulated for profit and they'll be very hard to access like steroids. To summarize, guys, SARMs, of course, do come with side effects, and it's still a research supplement. So don't be foolish here. They're not approved by the FDA. They're not listed fit for human consumption. So check your local laws and check this by the time you view this video. Laws can change. If you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. And check out our website, goddamnfitness.com, for more cutting edge information. Thanks for listening, guys.